If you're walking down Christmas Tree Lane this year, maybe you sneak a thermos with you. Maybe you just enjoy it at home, outside, inside, with a nice book, with your, on the couch reading. This is going to be a hot toddy. You think hot toddy, wow, that's pretty simple. Not a lot goes into it. Well, what we make it here is going to, have a lot of ingredients, simple to make, but the flavors that it elicits is going to be out of this world. So, let's start with, again, if you didn't notice, I took the time to warm the glass, so it's freshly warmed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our shaker. We're not going to shake this cocktail. You know what? Let's do this instead. So you can kind of see what's going on here. We're going to take a mixing glass or a pint glass. If you have your own fancy mixing glass at home, feel free to use it. And we're just going to take and put a little bit of hot water in there to start. Not much. What this is going to do, it's going to heat the base, and it's going to kind of start mixing all the ingredients together before you get it into the glass. Since it's a hot cocktail, you're not going to be shaking it. And that's another important note. With hot cocktails, you don't want to use the shaker and shake it. What will happen is, it's hot. When you add friction to it, the heat will expand. You'll end up like blowing the shaker apart. Hot water will go everywhere. I'm not speaking from experience, of course, but it's not fun. Don't do it. Take your time, mix it. Okay, so hot toddy. Get in here. Okay, we're gonna start a little bit of hot water and some honey. Use good honey, spend the money. You're not gonna use much in this cocktail, plus it's gonna kind of go a long way for the weather to coat your throat, to bring out all the different flavors. And we're just gonna throw in just a little bit of honey in there. Okay, honey done. Next, we're going to use about a ½ ounce of, once again, fresh lemon juice. It's important that it's fresh, but it's also important, why are you putting lemon juice in? Well, you think of a hot toddy, and a lot of times people will squeeze a lemon in it. Kind of got that kind of mix between tea and bourbon or brandy with other spices in it. Also, the acidity, once again, is important to balance the cocktail. You just can't have just like sweet and spice and then your alcohol. You need something to make it, so the next sip is going to be as fun as the first one. So you're not overwhelming your palate. So a little bit of citrus. And here we have, this is ginger syrup. Some places don't take the time to put ginger in this drink. It's a bad mistake. Ginger syrup, fresh candied ginger, however you got to do it at home. Get ginger in this cocktail. Don't do too much. A little bit goes a long way, but your taste buds are going to be thanking you. Okay, now we're going to use, this is kind of my cheater since I don't want to make tea fresh every time. Found this wonderful chamomile liqueur. So you're getting the flavor of chamomile tea, just a little bit you need to add, without the work of brewing tea every time you want one of these drinks. Okay. And we're going to take a little ground cinnamon. And at home, you probably have it like in a little container. You can just shake it in. Don't be scared. As much as little as you like. If you don't like cinnamon, leave it out. If you do, add more. And we're also going to add a little bit of nutmeg too. Kind of bring those spices together. Okay. Now the fun part. We're going to use Four Roses bourbon. You can also use brandy, hot toddies, anything dark. I've heard of rum hot toddies before too. Whatever floats your boat. Here we're going to be going with bourbon. Okay. And we're going to add a couple of little whole cloves here too. As these soak in the hot water, they'll add a lot of flavor to your cocktail with very little amount. Okay. All right, then we'll just take this and stir it up. Now, when you're making this at home, I'm taking my time here, but the quicker that you can assemble this, we have everything ready to go already, the hotter your cocktail is going to remain. just kind of keep that in mind. We're going to add, at the end, we're going to add a little more hot water, heat it back up again. Now, really stir this cocktail up too. You want all those flavors to combine. The hot water will help you. And then we'll just go ahead and pour it in the glass. That's a good height for it. You don't want it too high where it comes out. You don't want it too low. If it is too low though, it's simple solution. Just add a little more hot water, you know. Bring it up to the top, stir it a couple more times. You're good to go. Nothing to it. Now for my final garnish, I like to throw in a nice cinnamon stick. This is your Hot Toddy with 4 Roses Bourbon from Lucy's Lounge. One of my favorite drinks for the fall and winter time. Most people that come in and order one of these don't stop at one. It's an instant hit, instant classic. Make it at home, come on in. Either way, this is our Hot Toddy, and it is delicious.